Well, I first met Peng at the American Academy of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. We went to grad school together, and he was pretty quiet and kept to himself. Uh, but you could tell there was something kind of unique about him. And one of the first times we talked, he asked me to hold up my hand, and he was a couple feet away, and he did kind of a movement with his fingers like this towards my palm, and I felt like his finger was literally touching. It was very strong. So that was interesting to me. We had some training at school, but I knew his class was going to be a little bit different than that, so I was curious about what the differences would be and how he could, access his energy in that way. We learned the form within the first couple weeks, and then we do pretty much the same form throughout. And what I find is that you can really kind of get into a zone with it and feel like you're getting into a flow rather than constantly just trying to think about what movements are coming next. That's one thing I really appreciate about Peng, because I feel that when he feels that way about testing things out, and that he openly admits, he's not perfect and he's still learning, then I feel that's how we grow. So I feel like he constantly can continue expanding and learning more and growing more, and therefore he can share and teach more, because that's one thing that kind of I really appreciate about him, that he's able to do that and admit that. In the beginning, when I first met him, when I went to a free lecture of his, after I just said hi and talked to him for a little bit because we knew each other from class. But during that time, I had just started my acupuncture internship, and I was having really disturbing dreams and difficulty sleeping, so I was pretty tired during the day, and just not feeling rested, not feeling myself. And I told him about this because it really was kind of bothering me during, that period of my life. And he did a little technique over me, and immediately I felt pretty calm. But then since then, I never had any problems. I slept fine after that. And I never had real sleep problems before, so it was kind of interesting that when I started working with patients and different things that they had going on, I almost felt like I was taking on, in a way, some of these patterns that I was meeting people that they were having. But just through that one technique, I felt like he kind of put up a barrier or a type of protection, in a way. That's the sense that I had. What I do notice is just more clarity, more mental clarity. There's so many things that happen, and going back to the physical, mental, and spiritual. So on the physical aspects, I notice that kind of the fat distribution on my body, it seems to distribute better. My skin looks better, feels better. I feel more rested. That's on the physical. And then on the mental, more mental clarity, just feeling more clear-minded, feeling more calm. And then on the spiritual level, I think little things have opened up on the spiritual level, but I feel if I practice more, then that will continue to open up. Just during meditations, like having different visions, seeing different colors, things like that are occurring, or just like better understanding and a better awareness, better self-awareness, and in connection with others is stronger, I notice after I practice. I think it's more of a validation of the knowing that when you talk about something like awareness and enlightenment, that it's not something like a height you reach and then that's it. And now you're enlightened and everything in life is perfect and wonderful. That's not the case. It's more of a daily commitment, and continuing to refine your character, continuing to work on yourself and work on that connection with others. And I think that's probably the biggest lesson so far that's occurred for me. Well, the main thing is I admire him a lot. I really appreciate that he's willing to put himself out there and share what he's learned and share what he knows, and be honest about it and have integrity about it and continue to strive to do better and just be open and be patient with other people. I feel like as a teacher, he's very patient. He's willing to take the time and be authentic and not just try to tell you, you take this for a weekend and everything, you know, your life is going to be magically perfect. So I appreciate how real he keeps it and how authentic he keeps his teachings.